Good evening, folks. This is Brother Yusuf Wiley coming at you. Yeah, when I was incarcerated in 1991, February 1991, my son was about 4 years old. I had a son 4 years old, and I had a son that was about 2 years old. Um, that's a difficult thing for a child to be raised in a house where where's my dad? Where's my father? Everybody else have fathers. I go to school every day. I see fathers dropping off their sons. Where's my father? Um, this is a difficult thing, and it's so visible in the African American community. In the black community, we see this a common theme, and now we've become numb to it. So many have become numb to it. The fact that um, so many young black boys are raised in homes where there's no father, there's no guidance, there's no structure, there's no leadership, there's no entrepreneurship, there's no sports activity, there's no um interaction and engagement that requires the father to be present. So, what happens? The young boy, the young African American kid, grows up in an environment that's essentially unnatural. It's essentially unnatural, and what we see in our community today is a direct result of it. So, if you want to say mass incarceration, if you want to say, black on black crime, drugs, addiction, gang banging, hustling, pimping, all of this stuff has are really symptoms of a deeper problem. They're just symptoms of a deeper problem. So, one of the things I want to look at or I want to tackle is that it's nothing else you can really do. You have to cut it off where it started, and where it starts is in the home, and where it starts is when two people come together and they decide, you know, they're going to have children, and what are the responsibilities that are going to be connected or associated with that. Today, there's not a pressing need, or there's not enough strong influence that demands from our children that, look, if you decide to have children, then you need to look at the consequences of that, and whether or not you're in it for the long haul. That there's not going to be another child being born into the world where their environment is unstable. Their parents are really not together. They just sleep together, or they slept together one time, and now here I am in this world seeking guidance, in need of guidance. But who really cares? Do my mother care? Does she care more about making sure her hair done, her weave done, her nails done, partying, hanging out, dropping me off at the, grandma's house, at Auntie Banky's house, at, you know, what's going to become of me? My father is not here. Where is he? Does he care about me? Is he in jail? Is he dead? Did he get killed? Where is me? So this is what we have to look at. We have to look at the fact that so many of our young people are being raised in this type of environment where um, not only are we neglecting them as young boys, but we're also putting our entire community at risk. We're putting our entire community at risk because now you have these young boys running around looking for identity. And those identities come in so many forms, whether it's a masculinity thing, They try to find themselves, whether it's, you know, I need to be a hustler, I need to be a gangster, I need to be somebody because nobody told me who to be, because I didn't have no one here to guide me. So this is a crisis. This is indeed a crisis state. And when you look at the number of black men that are incarcerated, many of them are incarcerated as a result of the same cycle that hasn't been broken. If you was able to walk through a prison today and interview every black man inside and ask them that question, where was their father? Whether he was there or not. Where's their father? Who was he? Did he provide guidance for me? It's indeed a crisis, and it's something that needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about from the pulpit of churches. It needs to be talked about from the minbar of mosques, from synagogues, you name it. We need to be having this conversation. We need to be talking about this a lot. And I'm sure that there are organizations out there, there are groups, there are communities that are indeed engaged in this conversation. But this is a conversation to be continued.